All right, man. Let's see what happens with this one. There was 5 copies of it up. I don't know why there was 5 copies of it. I deleted 3 of them. So hopefully it'll just be this and y'all can come to the live stream. Otherwise, I guess the powers that be just don't want a brother up here talking about boxing today. I mean, you know what I mean? It's the only thing I can say. Trying to hold a brother down. Trying to get a brother not to try. Hey, what up, man? Okay, there you go. That's 2 people in the building. Man, what up, man? We got 3 people in the building. Oh, man, what up, man? He said it worked. Okay, let's hope so. What up, Zacharias B? How you feeling, brother? 10 people in the building. Okay, it took about an hour to get that last time. Here, what up, man? What up, Thomas Hill? Okay, Big Mel, Marcus the Villain in the building. Yes, y'all here, man. Devin Haney, man. Let's get into this, man, and hope, oh, damn, 10 people in the building. Man, I wonder if I've been shadow banned by YouTube. That's the biggest, oh, God, come on, man. What's going on? Come on, leave a comment if you're here so I know y'all here, man. What is going on, man? Anyway, man, so let me get to this, man. Hopefully people will watch it when it's time to watch it, man. For whatever reason, it's let me go to my channel, see if it's acting right or if I got Let's see, man. Come on, bro. What's up? Anyway, it is what it is, man. It's gonna be what it is. Oh, I already got people in here. It's funny as hell. Why is these numbers lying? This shit's over here saying one thing, over there saying something else. It's crazy, bro. Okay, there's just something going on with YouTube, bro. The numbers are not there. All right, these numbers are not right because I just did. No, that shit's that. Man, what's going on, man? I don't know what's going on, bro. Okay, there's people in here. It's just saying there's nobody in there. That's just really weird. It's not telling me it's not telling me from what I can see that there are people in there. But I can see that there have to be people in there because of these numbers. What the fuck is going on, bro? And there's no analytics. Okay, so the analytics are fucked up, bro. All right, man. So it's going to screw me over today because the analytics are fucked up, bro. Wait, Marcus the Villain. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man, for supporting the chat, bro. I appreciate you, dog. This is really funny. Where Bud at, Unc? I don't know where Bud at, man. For now, it's YouTube. The number is fluctuating. Okay, cool. So something's going on with YouTube. They out here in a war right now of statistics. So anyway, man, I appreciate y'all for coming to chop me up. These numbers are obviously not accurate, and I hate to say that, but it's Devin is ducking Rolly for sure. Devin can't make that fight, bro. Let's just tell the truth. Devin can't make that fight. I'm not gonna be on for long because this is frustrating the shit out of me. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's frustrating the hell out of me, man. Now that's all right, man. I'll be all right. That's YouTube bugging. What's going on, Bang Hayes? What's going on, man? I'm chilling, brother. Devin Haney is ducking Rolly for sure. Hey, I'm gonna need y'all to leave comments if you're in the chat because I'm not gonna see you. I can't see the number. I can't see the number of people that are in here. So I don't really know who's in here and who's not if y'all don't say something. So we're getting that Devin Haney in control. Hey, Martin, you know that. You know that. He's doing what he's. Let's get to the point as fast as we can get to the point, bro. Okay. Devin Haney does not have the authority to fight who Devin Haney wants to fight. That facade that Devin Haney put on is no. He's ran. Hey, I appreciate your platinum alkaline water. Thank you, man. Because Lord have mercy, bro. EWOG, thank you. Hey, man, please shame the algorithm with the cash apps. Old Blue Crude admitted to working for Bill in the Rolly interview, which we already knew. What did he say, bro? He said EOOG91 said Old Blue admitted to working for Bill in the Rolly interview, which he already knew. Yeah, well, thank you for admitting that, bro. Thank you for admitting that. I really appreciate that, dog. I appreciate you, Blue Blood, for admitting that. That makes things a lot easier. I mean, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you for that. Infinite Excellence said, good morning, Fanon. I paid for the PBC card over the weekend and did not appreciate all the Charlo, Boot, and other elite champions slander regarding Fundura's win. Yeah, they got to go ahead and fight him. I didn't hear what Boots had to say. You know? I believe me, I knew Blue Blood was working. Yeah, I mean, of course he works for Blue Blood. I'm appreciative of him admitting it. If he admitted it, I'm appreciative that he admitted it because it was clear. So you guys can at least stop acting like you're not doing it. That's hey, look, man, let people know who their adversary is. You know, let people know who their adversary is. Let people know who their adversary is. That's fair sportsmanship. That's fair. That's just fair behavior with people, man. You know what I mean? Give me 1 second. I'm going to delete this and this. Hold on 1 second. I got to delete two live streams, bro. Man, makes a brother feel unloved, man. If it wasn't the fighters, it was all the talk after Fundura's win that pissed me off. I don't think he beat any of those guys personally. Look, man, I'm going to tell you, Infinite Excellence, man, said, good morning, Fanon. I paid. Okay, yeah, okay. Look, let me tell you something, man. No joke. Real, no joke. Sebastian Fundura is going to be tough on anybody that he fights. Because of his dimension, you know what I mean? Because of his dimensions and because of the way that he fights, bro, that's not going to be an easy situation, bro. You know what I mean? It's not. For Boots and for anybody else. So Sebastian Fundura feeling himself, hey, man, I don't have any problem with that, dog. I really don't. Jeep Red Boy in the building. Say thank you, brother. Shout out to Jeep Red Boy in the building, brother. Yeah, man. Thank you, brother, for that support, dog. Good brother, I need hate today. Look, man, I don't really want to hate on anybody while they screwing over my live stream and not pushing my stuff out, man. I feel very bruised right now, man. I feel like y'all out to get me today, man. I feel like I feel like one of those times where you feel like the system's out to get you. +1. Yes, sir. What up, man? Thomas Hill in the building. What up, Thomas Hill? Devin Haney ducks Rolly Romero. All of that talk y'all did, Devin Haney cannot fight the guy that he wants to fight, man. I guess he's the king of the 154-pound division. I mean, look, man. Happy Monday. Hey, what up, Phoenix the Assassin? Shout out to you, brother. Hope you're doing well, bro. Hope you're doing well, brother. Hope you're doing well. Play at Cornelius Burnett. What up, man? Let me see if YouTube's analytics are still fucked up. See something, bro. What is wrong with YouTube, bro? There's all kind of levels of fucked up. Anyway, let me stop that. Denali Smith in the building said, my man Fanon, been a minute. Salute to my brother. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you, man. Hope you well, brother. Shout out to Denali Smith. Ain't seen you in a minute, dog. Lee Jackson in the building. What's going on, man? Didn't expend that Oh, yes, I did. I expected that outcome, bro. I thought he was going to knock him out. I mean, I don't think that was a very hard fight to predict at all, man. Nephew take over all them bums, not over Fundura. What up, Jose Lopez? Oh, that's not my Thomas Hill. Oh, man, this is so annoying to me. So annoying to me. Maybe. Anyway, man, so let me get into this, man. Reaction, Devin Haney, Ducks Roley. So where do you think Devin should be doing now, man? Devin is going to go fight and lose to Jack Cottrell, go lose his belt to Jack Cottrell for peanuts because he is locked into a contract with this dude, Eddie Hearn, and he doesn't want to admit it. Hey, what do y'all think about Errol Spence Jr.? Man, Errol Spence Jr. And God damn it. Said, oh, Controller Group said he should retire. Yeah. No, I mean, he's got to get another payday, bro. But the thing is, it's what Adrian Bronner said about the PBC, man. When Adrian Bronner said that about the PBC, he was telling the truth, dog. He was telling the truth. He was saying, look, man, in order for you to get a win against dude, the PBC is going to put Errol in with that dude. They don't care, man. The PBC was going to put Errol in with that dude. That is just Man, thank y'all, bro. Y'all supported the channel heavy, bro. Hey, let me let you get your hating in, Phoenix. Hold on, let me let y'all get y'all hating in, bro. If anybody want to hit the link, bro. Haney is so fixated on A side, B side. He got a solid offer from Roley, but it didn't matter what the offer from Roley was going to be, bro. He doesn't have the ability to fight Roley. He's a DAZN fighter, and he's an undercard fighter on DAZN. Come on, man. Devin is contractually obligated, okay? They are contractually obligated to DAZN. He's not getting off the DAZN. Dude, you even heard when I heard it when Ryan Garcia said, hey, what up, Ralph Chestnut? Say good morning, my guy in chat. Morning to you. My thoughts, I think they have prematurely stopped the fight, but after I watched it again, I'm glad they stopped. They was laying on it, man. Yeah, they was going to do that shit. What up, King of Hayden? What up, man? Shout out to you, brother.
Good morning, bro. How you doing?
Man, I can't complain about a thing, bro. Just chilling, watching, wonder what's going on with YouTube. That whole analytics section on YouTube is shut down.
Dang. Wonder what that's for.
I don't know what's going on, man. And somebody said something about a software update or something, but what's on your mind? What's the hating for, man? What you want to hate on?
Oh, there's a few. First, I want to say, like, Fundora, man. Fundora ruined things for me because, I mean, it's one of those things where you got to go, it's a heart versus logic. So heart, for nostalgic purposes, it would have been nice for one time to have one more time and then ride off into the sunset and enjoy his retirement. Because you remember I told you a few years ago, I didn't think he was going to come back after I seen him riding on them elephants. So, the fact that he came back and then he saw Fundura, it wasn't good. But gotta give props to Fundura because he's hungry, he's active, and he got a Harvard tuition to pay for it. So, he's gonna have to put in that work. And I don't see anyone gonna beat him easily. In fact, the surprising thing was though the dude that did beat him, we seen him lose in the fight right before. The one guy that did beat Fundura, Mendoza. So to see him lose in the fight before, that's kind of wild. But moving on from that, man, we got two hate victims today.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Can I read this real quick so everybody knows what's going on? I'm sorry. This shit was frustrating the shit out of me. He said, YouTube analytic problems stem from data syncing. Thank you to the person that said that. Up to 72 hours, low traffic triggering, not enough data warnings, or recent recommendation system changes. Issues include missing revenue, 0 views on new videos, and demographic data unavailability. The issues resolve automatically as Google Help indicates. Okay. Analytics may take up 72 hours to update for new videos or for during high traffic protocols. Okay. All right. Sorry. Just want to let you know that's what was going on. It was frustrating the shit out of me. All right, go ahead.
All good. Yeah, I was going to say, we got two hate victims. We got Clarissa Shields and Devin Haney. And we're going to start with Clarissa because I don't know what's wrong with this lady. Now she like the way that Tyler Perry be portraying black women in his movie. That's what Clarissa coming off as. Like she does mad and bitter. Like the fact that while Keith was enjoying his honeymoon, paragliding, riding on elephants, learning how to play the flute, over there exploring India with his new wife, and probably not thinking about boxing. Clarissa was out there talking about, yeah, I could beat Keith Thurman in a fight, and Keith Thurman wasn't saying nothing to her. And then the stuff is popping up again right now. Even though we already seen Clarissa get dropped by that random white dude in sparring, she's still out here talking about how she gonna beat men in fights. And then she did the same shit that we seen Devin do when Rolly beat Ryan, jumping up there celebrating that somebody else did what he couldn't. The same thing that Keyshawn did after seeing Murataya beat Andy Cruz. He made that video, acting like he's spanking somebody with a belt because he was happy Murataya did something that he couldn't. And now we got Clarissa out there doing the same thing, happy that Fundora beat Thurman, which is something she knows she couldn't if they was ever to fight. And the whole reason is because an interviewer asked him what he thought about Clarissa saying she could beat him in a fight. And he said, yeah, she got to be smoking something if she's saying that, because we seen what happened in the sparring. So let me get this straight. She started a one-sided beef that gone on for years. Thurman ain't said nothing about her. And she's mad and said that because he gave that answer when the interviewer asked him about it, that's why she got to celebrate, because Keith would do the same thing if he was in her position. Well, that's the thing. Keith could have been in her position if he was talking about fighting women. He ain't do all that. And to add insult to injury, look at what Katie Taylor had to deal with in Ireland. She had to actually pretend to be a boy and hide her hair because they didn't allow women to box in Ireland. She actually had to be fighting with the dudes, and her dad worked with her and disguised her to look like a dude so she could be fighting. And even she ain't out here calling out men talking about she could beat them in a fight. How Katie Taylor go through that, but she ain't doing the same thing Clarissa is. That's the thing that's weird to me. And then her auto-tune ass song. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Man, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Man.
Hey, man, she need to stop that shit.
Oh, she need to stop.
She's stealing attention from women with actual talent. Just shut up. Women with actual fucking talent at the shit you doing.
Like, bro. Oh my goodness. That sound like one of them songs they put on that what was it, Saturday Night Live, when they did the bad lip syncing? Ain't that what it was? Like, yo, if she was at karaoke night, they would have thrown her out the bar and shut the shit down for the rest of the night. Said, nah, we can't have people thinking that we be playing this type of music up here. I don't know what the hell was up with that. I'll lay off on Clarissa for a little bit now, because we got some more pressing issues to discuss. Because I remember this one little nigga that used to be talking about, man, they say everything but let's fight. And now this same little nigga saying the same thing, everything but let's fight. And it's all thanks to Romero. I think Devin Haney and Bill, they suffer from this thing called gains. GAINS, gains, and not the gains that you get in the gym. It's this one syndrome that they got, and it's a goofy ass ignorant nigga syndrome. That's what they suffering for. I don't know how the hell Rolly Romero ended up being the one to turn Devin and Bill into the same people that they always be criticizing. After he said that it was a deal that made sense for him and his team, now he talking about Rolly delusional. But the fact is, Devin delusional. Did he just forget that he's only 2 fights removed, or 1 fight removed, from being on Rolly's undercard? Did he forget that? Did he forget Rolly was on his undercard? He talking about Rolly couldn't pack a garage, couldn't get 250 people. He was the main event in the middle of Times Square. How many impressions did they say they got? They said they had trillions of impressions, more than the World Cup. For Rolly Romero was the main event. That's more than Devin's had in his entire career. And Rolly's the one that's delusional? Come on.
They said they had more impressions in the World Cup because they spit more fucking money. Like yeah. That's because they lost because they spent more money, man. Go ahead, though, man.
Oh. And then if you look at the highlights from their fights on that same card, Rolly got 4.1 million views on his highlights against Ryan Garcia. And Devin Haney's highlights against Jose Ramirez on that same card only got 700,000. We're talking 700,000 compared to 4.1 million. That's almost 6 times more the views for Rolly Romero over Devin when they was on the same card. And then looking at the actual fight, Rolly got what? I think 1.3 million views for watching the full fight. And for Devin's full fight with Ramirez, it's only about 300,000. So Rolly got him beat on both of those. And then if you add in Devin's fight with Brian Norman, and the highlights from that, Rolly's views are still higher from that one fight alone. And I'm talking about nobody wants to see Rolly. At least with Rolly, even if he don't get a knockout, we're gonna get the sound effects. We're gonna we're gonna get that at the very least. At the very least. And in Devin's fights, we're just gonna be hearing the footsteps in the ring. Like, come on, man. How is he saying that Rolly is delusional? It just don't make no sense. They ducking. Debo Dev is now Lil Devi. Lil Devi is what we call that cream puff ass nigga. Because man, this is too much. This is too much. That's all this time, like Keyshawn said, they've been tricking the game. And people still believe in Bill and Dev. Nah. They need to stop believing them. They need to stop believing them. Put them in the trash if they don't fight Rolly Romero. Put him in the trash. Let him be the main event for prelims from now on. His next fight, Blair Cobbs. The Blair Cobbs will whoop his ass too. Blair Cobbs or Karen Chikazian or if he's not fighting Rolly Romero, he need to fight at least one of them two. Even Jack Catterall, but nah, I ain't trying to see Devin no more if he don't fight Rolly because like a good Earth man, I want to see Devin put in the earth. That's what's gonna happen if he would have fought Rolly. But I'll go ahead and get off there, man, before them anti-haters come across and get mad that I've been exposing the way that Devin be moving. And I'm gonna go ahead and see who else is out there on Twitter to hate on.
All right, bro. Thank you, man.
All right, for sure. Take it easy.
For sure. Oh man, bro. Man. Haney is my man Fanon. It's been a minute. Salute, my brother. Thank you, bro. What's up? Denali Smith in the building. Yeah, Devin's a good subject for abuse right now. Dog, don't fake like you can make decisions, Bill. Don't fake like you can. Dog, don't fake like you can make decisions, Bill. I am really going to try to be a good guy today, but I have to tell you, dude, that you New York niggas, dog, Bill Haney, shout out to New York City. First of all, let me shout out to New Jersey, the New Jerusalem, and shout out to New York. Okay, shout out to y'all out there. Shout out to y'all in New York City, bro. I want to say first and foremost, shout out to all y'all niggas in New York City. Before I continue to go on what I'm about to go in on y'all clowns, dog, shout out to everybody in New York City. Do not take this as some broad, indictment is to everybody in New York City. Because I'm sure New York's got millions and millions of people, millions of decent, hardworking, really good people in New York City. However, y'all got a whole culture of some sucker ass dudes running around out there. Yeah, you do. You got some sucker ass dudes running around out there. And it is absolutely seriously hilarious to see y'all get y'all's just due. Shout out to Just Do. I only want to see Devin fight. Damn, I don't think I see anything on. Let me see. Yeah, there are no comments from anybody on the YouTube shorts. Oh, yes, there is. Real Dog. Is that Real Dog? Like, let me see something, man. Hey, said Real Dog said, I missed that. Only channel without a goofy bias narrative being pushed daily. Most of the YouTube channels are paid for propaganda machines for these fighters. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, I'm not a propagandist. I'm watching the restarted live or the original. You're writing the restarted one. Literary situation, this is the restarted one. I tried to delete the other one. I got all kind of technical issues flying today. But that's all right, because it's the end of the month, man. And God is good. Can we all celebrate? Shout out to everybody. Oh, shout out to everybody. Debo turned into red. Look, man, they do not have the authority to make their own fights. Let's just be clear. They do not have the authority to make their own fights. They don't. Okay? They are operating under a set of instructions from the people that manage them. It's that simple. And the people that manage them are in New York City. And I would like to say, I would like to speak to those people in New York City that are running these people. I would like to have a conversation with you, because usually I'm not all that sympathetic. But I'm feeling a lot more sympathetic to the problems of New York City. I really am. I always was saying, look, man, I'm sick of these New Jersey dudes. I'm sick of these New York dudes. And I have to admit that I've been having that feeling for a very long time, right? About certain sectors of New York City really have always kind of, irritated me. Oh, hold on one second. Let me give a shout out to give me a shout out. Let me give a shout out to Nicole with the $5 holler. Said with the personal note. Much love in that Cash App. Thank you so much for your support. It really makes a huge difference. Thank you. Let me tell you. So Blue Blood works for Bill. And Ray Davis works for Bill. And Claymore Rain works for Bill. And all of these other people work for this figurehead called Bill Haney, who relocated from Vegas to New York City. And I know now for sure that the sources of a lot of irritation in this situation emanate from New York City. I've done a good job of explaining how it operates for a while, but now I'm going to take it somewhere else. Yes, I am. I'm going to take it somewhere else on y'all. Y'all lost. You just lost. There's nothing that you can do. There's nowhere else you can go. There's no other schemes you can pull. So you might as well just lay down. You just might as well lay down. And honestly, man, I can really sympathize with you, because these wolves over here, I just read a book by wolves. Yes, I did. I read a book that a racist wolf wrote. Oh, man, it was shockingly racist. When Blue Blood was getting $500 on his show, I knew that was Bill giving him that money, of course. And no, it's not necessarily Bill, but you know what I mean. Yeah, man, they're employed by these guys in New York City. The same people that run the politics in New York City, that ran Madison Square Garden, the ones that run the New York State Athletic Boxing Commission, the New York State, the New Jersey and the New York State Athletic Commission. The same people that have Matchroom Boxing and Matchroom USA headquartered in the USA. The same ones that have that have made big shifts away from Vegas and trying to all of these guys. We know who you are. We know what it is. Shakur is half Puerto Rican. Hispanics run the game and sells tickets. Oh, thank you for your I appreciate you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that comment. Appreciate you very much. So anyway, now that we can get past this, that you guys don't run anything and you know it. Okay, so let's get that right. You don't run anything and we know it. So since you don't run anything, just stop acting like you run anything. That's all you got to do. Just stop acting like just like Devin Haney need to stop acting like he's an independent operator when he's not. You're not an independent operator. Devin, you are going to do what you're told to do. You're going to say what you're told to say. Bill is going to do what Bill is told to do. Bill is going to say what Bill is told to say because Bill works for these people. And he is in an organization. That's why they do all the shit that they do, because they're in furtherance of the people that run New York. They're in furtherance of their goals. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not necessarily adverse to the goals of the people that run New York City. I'm not necessarily, like I said, let's put the word on that. I'm not necessarily adverse to that. I'm just telling you that you guys that run New York don't run anything. You just run them niggas in New York. That's it. Do not confuse that with anything else. Okay, if you think so. What up, Jamari Smith? He said, Jamar Skywalker says, salute to Fanon and the chat. Color in the channel. Please, I need the color today specifically. Really, I need the support specifically today. Ain't this a bitch? Said Bill said I own the LBDC, which means whoever Bill Haney owns the LBDC as well. I said, yeah, he did say that. He told me he owned it. Look, I don't really care what Bill Haney says. You know what I mean? I don't really care what Bill Haney says. I don't really care what Bill Haney says. I've long told you that Bill Haney is a peon. Bill Haney does not run anything. Bill Haney is a peon. I've long told you that Bill Haney is a peon. So I'm not mad about Bill Haney. Bill Haney can say whatever Bill Haney wants to say. Bill Haney can do whatever Bill Haney wants to. Dude, Bill Haney is going to do what Bill's told to do. That's just that simple. He's going to do what he's told to do. That's what he's going to do. Within the things that he can do, he'll exercise power and influence within the sphere that he can influence it in. But his higher ups are going to tell him what to do. And he's going to do it like he's always done. Like a good boy. You know what I mean? Same thing as Devin. And those guys work for the people that run New York. And I've always been at odds with the people that run New York. Always. Always. I've been at odds with y'all since at least I've been at odds with the people that run New York since at the very least that I know of, since about 1980. I would say since about 1988. I've been at odds with the people that have been running New York City since 1988 at the fucking earliest. I mean, at the latest 1988. So I know full well what these people are capable of. And dog, I don't care. Because you guys lost. You can't do that shit over here. So Bill, just do what the fuck you're told to do and shut the fuck up, Bill. Okay? Don't cause trouble for people outside what they tell you to do, and you won't cause problems for them. It's just that simple. And I mean that. I don't have any preconceived notion about the people that you work for. None. They can do what, as long as their interests don't get in the way of mine. I've never had an issue. Because truth of the matter is, even though I'm related to the wolf, I don't trust the wolf 100%. It's a wolf. That shit'll kill you. But that doesn't mean I'm going to fucking buddy up next to a fox that's going to kill my kids. You know what I mean? So Bill can say whatever Bill wants. I'm not even upset anymore. That's why I'm not mad at Blue Blood. I used to take that personally. The AI beard effect? Okay, yeah, sure, man. I used to take that stuff personal. I don't even take it personally anymore because they just have to do what they're told. So let's not act like the reason that Devin Haney is not taking a fight with Rolly is because Rolly's being unrealistic. Rolly sent the contract to Devin 3 weeks ago. He sent the contract 3 weeks ago. Do you understand that when Devin Haney sent that offer to Devin, it's an offer to pay money. And it's an offer. This for exchange for a fight. So if you say what did he say? He's being delusional. How long does it take Devin Haney to read a contract? 3 weeks? It takes Devin Haney 3 weeks. 3 weeks to figure out that he's asking for too much money. And by the way, why would you say he's asking for too much money? He sent the offer to you. He sent an offer to you. Right? Isn't that what he said? He said he sent the offer to you. And you said, yeah, there's some things. That's what Blue Blood said when he was talking to Errol. He said, yeah, there's some things. You didn't say the money. Bill, wouldn't Blue Blood have been told to say something about the money? No, let's be real, man. What's up, David Howard? How you feeling, brother? Shout out to you, bro. And shout out to everybody over there that usually goes to Twitter. Shout out to my guy, David Howard. Good morning. Yeah, so let's get on this, man. Like, and I mean this, bro. I want to talk turkey today. I want to talk turkey, and I don't mean turkey a la chic. I mean, I want to talk turkey. Come on, man. Let's all get along. And I'm not talking to the guy. I'm not talking to Bill Haney. I'm talking to the people in New York City. Come on, man. Let's just get along. Stop acting like you're running me. Stop acting like you're running something so that we can move on to great progress in the sport of boxing. And you guys, I loved the fight that took place in the PBC this weekend. I got to pay for Sebastian Fundora and Keith Thurman. I paid a little extra for the fight, I'll admit. You know what I mean? I paid a little bit more, than I wanted to pay, but I paid for it. And I'll continue to pay for the PBC fights that take place. I will. I'll continue to pay for them. I will continue to pay for them because it was a good experience. I also have a membership with DAZN. And I'm not thinking necessarily of getting rid of my membership with DAZN. I don't like how much they charge, but I saw a good fight with Moses Atumwa this weekend. They got Moses Atumwa over there. They got Fabio Wardley. I kind of like those guys. You know what I mean? So, I think there's some good things that are taking place in boxing as long as people stop interfering with other people's business. You know what I mean? I don't like the internationalization of boxing. I like the localization of boxing. You know what I mean? And when you guys add inflation into the system by dropping in a bunch of extra money to raise the prices of fights, come on, man. We know what you're doing. That's part of your protocol. You know what I mean? So let's stop that. What's up, Latrell Smith in the building, man? Herman Johnson in the building. What's going on, man? How you feeling, brother? We got people slowly creeping into the. Hey, said, I want to see EJ Fundora. Oh, please no, Ruben Langford. Ruben Langford, please no. God, no. I don't want to see Errol in that ring with Sebastian Fundora. I have no idea what he can do to Sebastian Fundora other than get hit upside the head coming in. Murderland 19 said, Devin the Bluff Haney. Bro, scared of Rolly. He knows it's not a cakewalk. He can't pay Rolly to take a dive. I just don't think he's allowed to take that fight, to tell you the truth, Murderland. I think he's a good boy. I think that's a good boy, just like they say about Devin. Devin's a good boy. Devin is going to do what his daddy tells him to do, and his daddy's a good boy, and his daddy's going to do what he's told to do. Just like Eddie Hearn's a good boy, and Eddie Hearn's going to do what Eddie Hearn's told to do. The only thing is that these people got to stop telling them to do things that are going to run them into problems. You know what I mean? That's all it is. And we understand what it is. He said, PBC put a great event this weekend. Yes, he did. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that week. Hey, man, I like that dude Hernandez, bro. I like that dude Hernandez, and I like Tellez, those two Cubans that were fighting on the card. I kind of like those two Cubans that were on the card. But, man, I just do not. Trust me, man. I can't tell you how much. I do not want to see Errol Spence Jr. fight Sebastian Fundora. I don't want to see that fight. No. Honestly, man, I don't want to see. I just think it's such an unfair dimension to that fight. I don't like the dimensions. I like regular fights between guys that are the same size. Sebastian Fundora, even though he's the same weight, is not the same size as these guys. And it's just not fair. You know what I mean? But it's within the rules. Hey, he said, what's wrong with being a good guy? Nothing's wrong with being a good guy, man. Shay said, who can beat Fundora? David Benavidez. David Benavidez. David Benavidez. Let me tell you something. Somebody can beat him. The only person I'm really thinking of off the top of my head is like David Benavidez, Dimitri Bivol, David Benavidez, Dimitri Bivol, Beterbiev, David Morrell, guys like that, bro. Guys somewhere, you got to be at least 6'2", bro. You got to be at least 6'2". You can't be no, I know. You got to, that's what I'm saying, bro. You got to be at least 6'2". Shiraz, guys like Shiraz. You got to have a guy that's at least 6'2". Now, if you're 6'2", that means you can hit him without reaching. Like, I can hit a 6'6" dude without reaching. You know, I can hit you. 6'6", I can hit you. A 6'6" dude seems to me when I'm standing next to him, I already know, yeah. But I don't think Brian Mendoza landed a punch that I don't think, well, yeah, with Brian Mendoza, anybody, but I'm not predicting that punch to land, bro. I think that then Sebastian Fundora has become more defensively responsible. Nah, he'll beat the shit out of. I don't believe Bud can beat that boy. I'm going to tell you flat out, I don't think Bud can beat him. No, I do not think Bud can beat him. I do not think the Bud can beat him. I do not think the Bud can beat him. No. I think that there's a reason why. Let me tell you something, dog. Hell no, I don't think Bud can beat Fundora. Hell no. And not because Bud's not a great fighter, but because of just because of the angles, man. Just because of the angles, the length. Dog, that's not the same size human being. I'm telling you, it's not. Bro, that's not the same size human being. That's not the same size human being. It's not. You basically that's not the same size human being. No, I'm not hating, dog. That dude is 6'6". No. The dude is 6'6" with an 80-inch reach. Give me him. And all he's got to do is stay behind a jab. That's all he's got to do is stay behind a jab and a right hand. That's it. He's gonna and he's gonna touch him. Like he's gonna keep touching him. Exactly. If you got to reach, you're not going to beat them, and they got to reach. You know what I mean? Until hell no. Hell no. That's like saying until you die, you're immortal. Nigga, I ain't trying to hear that shit. That's like saying until you die, you're immortal. Nah, bro, you either immortal or you're going to die. I personally believe we're immortal. I don't believe the lies that you tell. I believe we're immortal. So that's why I'm not scared of your death program. All your death program going to do is turn me off real quick. I'll be right back. I don't believe you, dog. You know what I mean? I don't believe in you. I think you guys are trying to make people's lives miserable, to control them through a life that's miserable, and they come back into a life that's miserable. Fundora using his jab right now. That's the difference. Yeah, exactly. Love now Gaither can't reach him. Now he's fighting inside a lot. Now he mastered. Yeah, I mean, he's staying behind a very long jab, bro. Bud beat everyone. Yeah, that's okay. Good for that. Okay, so put your money on him, dog. Bud has never beat anybody that I said he couldn't beat. Bud has never beaten anybody that I said he couldn't beat. Nobody. So I'll take it that way. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all, we got people in the building. They starting to show the numbers. He said, YouTube on some BS censoring. Look, I love YouTube, bro. I ain't gonna lie, dog. I love YouTube. And I'm gonna tell you, bro, I know that I scare some of y'all little niggas, bro. When I tell y'all New York niggas that and you know I ain't talking about no niggas. Dog, I ain't got no problem with y'all. I'm really mean it. I really don't. I know y'all be watching. I know y'all be listening. Dog, I know the Bolsheviks. I know the difference between the Zionists and the Bolsheviks. I've been studying, bro. I understand. I've read the protocols. Dog, I understand how much the wolf hates you. I understand how much, listen to me. I understand that wolf hates you. Hates you, bro. And I feel for you. Okay? I feel for you. So just understand that, dog. Aside from all the boxing shit, I understand why you guys, I understand. Okay? I understand that there's a lot of propaganda going around every which way. I just want to let you know that I rock with black people, and I ain't got no problem with y'all. However, y'all know what's up. So don't act like y'all don't know what's up. That's my only issue. Don't act like you don't know what's up, okay? And then we can carry forward and we can move on. Don't act like y'all don't know what's up. That's my only issue. I love Crawford, but realistically, he won't. And I mean that to the bottom of my heart, and y'all know who I'm talking to. I'm down for Black Americans and what's good for Black Americans. That's me. My nation is Black American. I don't have no issue with y'all's nation. None. May y'all prosper, and everybody else is prosper as well. Don't get me confused, but I'm about to put my foot in the ass of them peons. Okay? Just understand that. All them peons finna get bashed. But anyway, Devin Haney ducks Rolly because Devin does not have the authority to make decisions for himself. Let's not lie. Okay? Let's not lie. Devin is ducking Rolly because Devin will not take a chance. I don't care what Devin's contract says. I don't care what Devin Haney's contract says. He is not free to move because there are things that are beyond contracts. They don't care if you write that shit down on a piece of paper. I mean, it said Ruben Lake. I'm trying to tell you, bro, I believe in what John Henry Clark said, bro. We ain't got no allies and we ain't got no permanent enemies. No allies, no permanent enemies. It just so happens that my family are the wolf. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean I don't understand that we're wolves. We're wolves, nigga. We're wolves. I know what they will do. Trust me, I know what they will do. That's why I feel for you. And I've always said it, like, dog, I don't want that for y'all. Trust me, I don't want for you what they want for you. I don't want for you what they want for you. I'm telling you. But if you keep fucking around, dog, what can I do? I can't do shit. They got to go. They got to let the wolves out. That's not on me. Y'all put me in a position where we got to go boom and let them bitches out. Don't make me let them out. And there won't be no issue. It's that simple. But I got none but respect for y'all's struggle. But I need y'all to respect black people's struggle and stop tearing up black fighters. You know what I mean? It's not right. And all y'all sellouts like Bill Haney got to go. So anyway, Bill Haney and Devin Haney are going to do what they're told. They're going to do what they're told. They're going to take the fights that they're told to make. And I also want to share something else with you. Does anybody remember when Shakur Stevenson said that he doesn't need Gervonta Davis? Put a 1 in the chat if you've heard. And I mean that. Y'all know who I'm talking to. I mean that. Don't fuck with me. But at the same time, bro, I don't got no problem with y'all. None. All I got to do is say, leave me alone. Jesus is, okay, thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Gonna throw you a fuck up out of here, bro. Thank you for the lecture. Shakur, like, yeah, you remember when Shakur said that? Ryan Garcia said the same thing. Guess what Ryan Garcia did, though? Ryan Garcia completed the sentence. Devin said, let me tell you what Shakur said. Shakur said is, I don't need Gervonta. I don't need Gervonta. I don't need Gervonta. That's after Gervonta Davis was put up on those charges. Shakur Stevenson said, I don't need Gervonta. Ryan Garcia just said, I don't need Gervonta. Fighters don't need Gervonta. And then he gave an explanation and he said, because you have Turkey Al-Sheikh. Why doesn't Shakur Stevenson need Gervonta? Because he has Turkey Al-Sheikh. Why doesn't Ryan need Gervonta? Because he has Turkey Al-Sheikh. So what you have is Turkey Al-Sheikh cutting out Gervonta Davis. And that's the problem that I have. That's the problem that I have. Because it's obviously orchestrated. Shakur Stevenson was told that he doesn't need Gervonta. And as a result, he parrots that out, that he doesn't need Gervonta. Ryan was told he doesn't need Gervonta. So he parrots that. But he gave the explanation as to why. Because Saudi Arabia says you don't need Gervonta. We will pay you this money without you needing to sell or take these fights at Gervonta. You don't need to stay down at that weight class. You can move up in weight class. You don't need it. You don't even need to sell tickets. Do you hear? Does anybody understand what I'm saying? Because I know I'm going between certain issues. But that is what I heard Shakur say. That is what I heard Ryan say. And now I see Devin pulling out of a fight that he was offered for the PBC by saying that they were unrealistic. And he asked for too much money, even though they're not the one asking for money. They're the one offering. They offered to fight. And he says he's asking, even though he's not putting up the money. Basically, that he was told, no, you can't do it. You don't need that fight. We'll give you another fight. Or if you take this fight, we're going to not give you fights in the future. See, that's where my New York friends come in. Kentucky Stud, shout out. See, that's where my New York friends come in. That shit right there. See, let's pause real quick because I talked to a New York lawyer. You know what it is. So, but let me talk to you very, very seriously here. Since you had the nerve to speak to me. The nerve to speak to me. Because you're not supposed to be saying nothing to me. That's why you wanted to go talk to lawyers. And you said, hey, when you guys sent me that note about Terrence Crawford so I keep it boxing, that's why you said you wanted to talk to my lawyers. You already knew that I was a lawyer when you said that to me. Because you're not allowed to talk to me. You were playing above your pay grade when you spoke to me. You were supposed to talk to the lawyers, but you didn't. You got cute. So anyway, what we have to do in New York is you're going to have to stop using that technique to block fights. You are obviously blocking fights and telling Shakur Stevenson he doesn't need Gervonta. You are obviously blocking fights and saying, Ryan, you don't need Gervonta, and telling all these other young fighters in America that they can fight in Madison Square Garden, that they can fight in New York and in New Jersey, and they won't need Gervonta. At the same time that you're doing that, Gervonta Davis is being set up on charges in Miami where you guys have the same amount of pull as you have in New York. See, I am not confused. I know that there's no real difference between New York and Miami or Chicago or LA as it relates to you. Because you have organizations the same place that we have organizations. You're not a stranger to us. So I know full well that New York and Miami, we know what's up. You're trying to put this dude in jail in Baltimore. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to imprison Gervonta. You're trying to do two things at the same time. You're trying to move Gervonta Davis away as an option by overpaying them. And also you're trying to keep Gervonta Davis from fighting at all. You're trying to control that market. That's what you're doing. And you're using very obvious business tactics to do so. Now, I just so happen to be a businessman as long as you have been a businessman. And I know that's what you're doing. Know it. So you're going to have to stop doing it. I'm not going to fall for Devin Haney saying, Oh, Ryan Garcia fight. I mean, the Rolly Romero fight stopped because they're being unrealistic. No, they're not being. The only reason they're being unrealistic is expecting you to turn your back on those people that you work for, Bill. They don't hate Gervonta. They just want to dictate who the star is. Okay? Show business managers and show business producers, they want to be the ones to select who the fighters are and who the singers are and who the intellectuals are. They want to select them for us. They want to say, and let me tell you how they do it. They do it by making them go pop. Popular culture. But what is popular culture? All that is a regurgitation of a bunch of public relations push to throw somebody in the face of the fighter of the fans so often that they cannot help but to talk about it. You guys insist that people talk about Devin Haney every day. You guys insist that you talk about Turkey al-Sheikh in the media and celebrate him and make up this myth about him every day so that people focus and believe that all of boxing is about the UK and at the same time ignore American boxing. That is what you're trying to do with all the money that you're spending in public relations. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing with the Boxing Writers Association of America. That's what you're doing with Bill Haney and Bill Haney's employees, Blue Blood and Champside and all those other people that I believe, Aki, a lot, the LDBC that I believe are just employees or subcontractors to Bill Haney, who's a subcontractor to Eddie Hearn, who works for Matchroom, who gets the money from New York City, who is you. Okay, so let's not act like you guys are some slick businessmen. You're not. I know exactly what the play is. So stop saying things like Devin Haney got ducked by Rolly. There's no way that you believe that that's the case. You are just told to say that's the case. Just like all of you guys in boxing media at this point in time are being told what to say, being told what to believe by the same people out of New York. And I'm going to tell you, I don't care how many of you guys there are, because everything that you niggas are about is fake. It's fake. You're just like your threats were fake. Your numbers are fake. The numbers that you say you pay people are fake. Where you say the money is coming from is fake. You niggas are definitely fucking violating the FARA Act. You are. You absolutely are. And we got you dead to rights in the sport of boxing and in gambling, okay? And in music. Come on, bro. You niggas are even trying to pay off Clarissa Shields for all the bullshit she's talking about black men by being a complete and utter fucking fool. Let's talk about the disgusting minstrel show that Clarissa Shields is turning into outside of the boxing ring. I mean, I don't mean that in a disrespectful manner. I mean that literally in the traditional way that people are performing. She's singing, she's dancing, she's starting beef, she's aggressive, she's the seductress, she's the love. She can't even pick what role in this confused play that she's going to play. Come on, man. You don't think we know who is going to put that mockery up? You don't think I know come on, man. That's you all doing that shit, doing the gross exaggerations, all the shit, the rap you guys brought out of New York City and the disintegration of the culture you try to slap on people out of New York. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. He said, facts, nobody is that organically messy. No. She is a character. She is a character that is being advised to behave in this fashion. She is getting paid money to put on a blonde wig, to show her body, to jump around, to act like she can sing when she can't sing, to act like she can rap when she can't rap, to disrespect men, be overly aggressive with men like Rolly. Get out of here. That is what Layla Ali was talking about when Layla Ali was criticizing her. Talking about what Muhammad Ali would be disgusted by in the representation of Black America that is being put out there on purpose through her. Look at the buffoonery of Bill Haney. Bill Haney is the same basic type of nonsense. And so is Showbiz the Adult, who is definitely for sure a solo creation of you guys. A solo creation. A solo creation. There is nothing real about Showbiz the Adult. Nothing. Absolutely not a thing. You can't pull the wool. Let me tell you something, man. You can't pull the wool over my eyes. You can't. So stop trying. And do good business. And then we can get along, bro. But you think for a second you're going to exhaust me? That protocol is not going to work. That protocol of trying to tire people out and hit them with so much bullshit that they just say, fuck it, I'll just go with whatever story they tell me. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sick of everybody coming to my live stream saying that I'm a bad person. I'm so sick of all the negative comments on Twitter. I'm sick of all of my friends that I thought were friends of mine on YouTube turning their backs on me. And all that other propagandistic bullshit that you tried to surround me with. And you try to surround other people with so that they don't know what direction they're going. No, we can look at this right away and see what's going on. In New York City, you guys are trying to run the country out of New York City. Yes, you are. You have an international city in New York City. That's why you guys are so global. The only global cities in the United States are New York and LA. LA is 100% entertainment. No disrespect, but that is nothing but propaganda out of LA. Terrence Crawford started working with commercial artists, basically a propaganda organization out of LA. And then they started working with hedge funds that are basically propaganda out of LA and New York. You get niggas charged in Florida. You guys lost in New York, and we don't own half of Chicago. We took that shit from y'all. So look, y'all got to stop. You cannot continue to have Bill Haney impersonate a baller. He's not a baller. You cannot have Turkey Al-Sheikh act like it's his money. It's not Turkey Al-Sheikh's money. And we went to such extreme ends to prove that we had to shut your whole system down. You can't war with us. See, let me get to this too, and I want you to understand. See, what people like to do, like Bill Haney, is they always want to start wars. They always want to start beefs. They always want to start tensions, right? Because that's what sells fights. That's what's interesting. That is just a side benefit of it. What they're doing is interfering with people's business relationships, is what they're really doing. They have a propaganda campaign designed I don't even know who you are, bro. Goodbye. Prodac comeback protocol. She's not attractive and probably was called ugly all her life. She's getting the attention she never got growing up. Let me tell you something, bro. Clarissa Shields is as pretty as she can be. I am as handsome as I can be. We are all as handsome as we can be, because the truth of the matter is beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is not in the eye of myself. I can look in the mirror and say, I think I'm a handsome guy, right? But for you, my beauty is in the eye of the people who behold it. If she does not believe in her own internal beauty, she will not see her external beauty. But I don't care about anything about that. She's acting and she's playing a role, and that role is indicative of a certain approach to, what could you say, jazz up everything. It's a certain gaudiness. It's a certain extravagance. It's a certain appeal to people's base materialism. I won't be surprised if she's in a liquor commercial next week, right? Why is that? Because that is the debasement of what they call our culture. You know what I mean? People are always trying to define our culture. What she is for the culture, not a culture that's realistic, not a culture that really exists, but a culture of somebody else's imagination, highly sensationalized, highly propagandized, and highly destructive to the people that witness it without greater understanding. They are the puppet masters, and they rub their hands on the strings of other people's emotions. It's not going to work over here. It's done. Okay, 33rd degree was a long time ago. Okay, the 33rd degree was a long time ago. A long time ago. She's cool. She has to be herself. Good fighter. I don't know if she's destructive to black women. She is, in my personal opinion, the way that she approaches her public persona is destructive to the image of black women. I think it's an internal, I think it's an internal acceptance of negative stereotypes that they try to beautify. Right? So somebody dumps a negative stereotype on you and you adopt it and you empower it, right? It's still a negative thing, even though you adopted it and you empowered it and you switched it to the direction that you wanted to use it. It is alchemical to a certain degree, but the base nugget of it is the way other people perceive it is going to be perceived in the fashion that other people perceive it, and not necessarily in the way that you intended to be perceived. So, you know, anyway, we could go on about that in the psychology of the manipulation of black people by our so-called allies. That seriously, I say, let them go. I see what I see. Yeah, pretty much. Go. Hey, what up, man? My guy, where is this at, man? I got the people that still love a cat. So she works for culture versus, not culture vultures. They're not vultures. They are not vultures. Vultures imply something natural. No, they are not. They poison you. She works for snakes, not vultures. She works for a snake. Vultures clean up messes. Vultures clean up messes. Vultures got a bad rep. I got some friends. I call my vulture. I got a vulture friend named Mr. Snuffleupagus because he flies over my house every day when nobody else can see him. So I'm sitting there every day like, Mama, come here. Look at the vulture. I'm out there telling my wife, come here, babe. Look at this vulture. Look at these vultures going over the house, right? Because I got a little relationship with these vultures. And one particular vulture that always comes by the house, and I can't tell you whether it's a man or a woman, it's Mr. Snuffleupagus. It's a really beautiful bird, very nice bird, easy to relate to bird. You know, they got a bad, but snakes are something different. If you're the prey, they're a prey animal. They usually don't attack humans, but if you walk up on them and catch them in the middle of their snakery, they will bite you. Because you have to also remember about snakes. They're chicken shits, basically. Snakes really don't want no smoke unless you are their prey. Other than that, squirrels be killing them, birds be killing them, dogs be killing them, cats be killing them. They're all, you know what I mean? They're very, 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 wise people. Goodbye, bro. Nobody wants to talk to you, dude. Nobody cares about you, Southpaw. Nobody cares about you, buddy. Nobody cares about you, bro. Okay? Once we found out that you are a converted, you are a South American, that you're a South American converted to Christianity, bro. I'm not trying to hear shit you got to say, buddy. Take your ass over there to the South Pole and shut the fuck up, okay? And I mean that to the bottom of my heart, bro. I'm not dealing with peons, nigga. Shut up. That's why niggas had to snatch Maduro. That's why they had to snatch Maduro, because y'all run your lips too much. Literary Situation says Fundura is like Dashim from Street Fighter. Hey, I can't even remember Street Fighter. Man, that is a blast from the past. Dog, I'm sorry. South America is Catholic. Dude, stupid. Dumb, stupid. South America is absolutely Spanish, you fucking moron. And it absolutely is. That doesn't mean it's not Hebrew. Stupid. You don't think there are Spanish-speaking Hebrews? You fucking moron. Head, no brain. Bro, there are plenty of Latino Hebrews. Millions of them. What are you fucking talking about? Millions of them. Are you stupid? There are millions of them. Very influential in South America. Very influential in Venezuela. Very influential in Brazil. Very influential. That's like saying there's no Hebrew people. I'm just saying it because I know what young one body in Yahweh. I'm just saying Hebrew so I can say the language. All right. I'll say Semitic if you want me to say Semitic. There are plenty of Semitic, millions and millions and millions of Semitics in South America, you fucking idiot. Are you fucking kidding me? What do you think fucking Fidel Castro was? Fidel Castro is converted to Catholicism. He wasn't born Catholic. He was converted to it. And that's something you guys do. They do all the time is convert. They convert and infiltrate. I know. So anyway, bro, get the fuck out of my face, bro. I can tell by this. I can tell by this, buddy. Fuck out of here. You look it. You look it, homie. You look it. It's in your face, homie. It's like somebody walking around. It's like somebody named, what's my man's name? What's my man's name? It's like somebody that looks like Idris Elba saying he's Chinese. It's like Idris Elba saying he's a Buddhist. That's like Idris Elba saying he's a Buddhist. I don't fucking care. You better get the fuck out of here. Idris Elba can say he's a Buddhist. He's still black. Fuck out of here, dog. You can say that whatever your religion is. I don't care. I don't care what your religion is. You're of the same tribe. I don't care what your nationality is. I care about your tribe. You have a tribe. I'm not overcomplicating it. You have, just like Africans have, you have a tribe. Your tribe is called the tribe of Judah. It's a tribe, and it is not in any particular country. It is with wherever you are. And it doesn't matter what religion you are or what nationality you are. You're still of that tribe, and you still are of that brotherhood. And you can convert whatever. It doesn't matter because you're still of the tribe. And I say that with much love, bro. Dog, beat it. I'm not interested in what you guys are trying to mislead people about. I have never done crack in my life, but I appreciate you saying that. Anyway, like I said, I have no problem with you. But don't think you can walk up to me and me not know that you are. Okay? Don't think you can walk up to me, start talking, and I don't know who you are. Okay? I know who you are. And on top of it, let me go one step further. We know who all of you are. Every single solitary one of them. We've got your fucking birth records, man. Like, bro, let me break this to you. The reason why I'm not worried about you is that our information systems and our information is better than yours. It's better. We have more information than you do. And we have much more capital than you do. What you guys have is a Ponzi scheme in New York. And what you got is a propaganda machine in LA. And what you got is a spy port in Miami from the Caribbean. The Caribbean is a spy port. That's the only fucking reason you got it. New York is a Ponzi scheme. And California is nothing but propaganda. So, boom, okay? Fuck out of our faces, bro. We know exactly what's going on. We've been in the country for thousands and thousands of years. Also, we know exactly who you are. Every single solitary one of you. We know exactly what politicians you pay. We know what their phone numbers are. We know what you've done for them. We know what you're going to do for them. When you buy something, we know you bought it. Where the money is moved, we know where it's coming from. Your economy is absolutely a shell game, and we've got all the shells. So your shell game doesn't work because we own the shells. You guys do not have any property. We own the land. You think I'm stupid. We own the land. Everything else comes from the land. All of your pretend games do not bother me because you have nothing of ownership. The only thing you have is manipulated debt in New York. That's it. You manipulate debt. That's it. And the reason you are so skilled in New York at manipulating debt is because that's all you have is debt. You don't have anything. You're not capitalist. You're debtists. So fuck out of my face. You niggas have no money. Since you have no money and all you have is a shell game and get people to do things based off fake money you print, all we had to do is turn the fucking table over, grab all the fucking things off the table, stick them in a bank, and you're fucked. We took the gold off the market. What are you going to do? Like, shut up. You want to keep talking around me. We snatched all the gold off the market. We snatched all the silver off the market. We took all the available precious metals off the market. That is already off the market. So there's no more discoveries. There's no more. We own it. So there's no debt. Since we have no debt, you guys can't sell debt because you owe us money. See, we have the capital. You had all the debt. You guys were playing a shell game with the capital. That got moved out the way. And now all you have is debt. All you have is debt. So don't make people come collect it, is what I'm saying to you. Don't make people collect it. You can have your debt and swim around in your debt all you want. But when you start touching the capital, then we got big problems. And that's all there is. But you guys weren't okay with fucking with just the debt. You wanted access to the capital. And you got it through those fucking hedge funds and through those royal, what you call royal funds. Come on, man, which is royalties and all other kind of stuff. Anyway, bro, we're not stupid. We're educated as well as you are. I know we know what you did, and we don't even have a problem, okay? We don't got to blow everybody up. But you're going to stop acting like it's your money, and you're going to stop spending it like it's your money because it's not your money. You're just asking for investments. We're making the investment, and then you pour a bunch of debt on it. You take all the money out, put a ton of debt on it, and then you blow it up like little mini bubbles. That's all you're doing, and you do the same thing to fighters. You try to build a fighter up and pop it like a bubble so that you can build up expectations. Oh, he's not that good, and then, oh, we know he's going to lose, place the bet. Dog, that's all that is games of little criminals in New York. That is Tin Pan Alley. That is Tammany Hall, Tin Pan Alley bullshit. Okay? And we're not stupid. And that's the end of the day on that. So Bill Haney, don't act like the reason. And I'm going to get this back to boxing. Bill Haney, do not act Like the reason you can't fight Rolly is because of unreasonable expectations or demands. No. The only reason you're not doing it, from what I understand and from what I can see, is because you're in bed with Turki al-Sheikh, who was a muscle man from Saudi Arabia who ain't got no fucking muscle. He got muscle with you. He ain't got no muscle with anybody else. And we proved it. But he got enough on you to sit your ass right where the fuck you were and say you can't move. Even though they ain't got the money to give because they're in the middle of a WAR and you can't even lie about it. That's how bad it is. Shit is so bad that you can't even lie and say these guys are about to give up that money. How? When Donald Trump said about Mohammed bin Salman, I'm sorry, I could have sworn Donald Trump said exactly what I said about Mohammed bin Salman. I could have sworn. I know I heard Donald Trump say that Mohammed bin Salman would have never thought he had to kiss Donald Trump's ass. That's what Donald Trump said about your boy Mohammed bin Salman, Bill. He said on tape about the Saudi royal prince, the basic monarch, the most powerful man in the world. He had to kiss my ass. He said Mohammed bin Salman kissed my ass in the same sentence. I could have sworn I told you that. Fuck Mohammed bin Salman. Ben said it. Didn't appreciate him. Why is all of a sudden you niggas in all that trouble? Anyway, like I said, Mr. People that think they know the United States, there's plenty of strings to pull. Plenty of ways to get politicians to do this, that, and the other thing. Plenty of ways to get banks to do this, that, and the other thing, bro. And we know every trick in the book. Every trick in the book, because we've caught you in every trick in the book. Because again, we've got information systems, bro. When you put it on the internet, we get it. And these people have been watching you for at least 1800s. When I'm saying they've been tracking these people, they've been tracking these people since about 1700. That's how long a lineage they got tracking y'all. About 1700. All through all kind of shit. All to the systems that you run right now. They already had it. We know New York City, what New York City really is. We know of the differences in between your Bolshevik tendencies and your Zionist tendencies, your liberal and your ultra, totalitarian states. Not interested in it because you're not going to pull either one of them off. Because you need our money. You're not going to play a shell game like that. Because you need our money. And we have the money. We have it sitting in vaults. You don't. What you have is electronic signals going left and right. On, off. And all you got to do is take the plug off, Bill. So anyway, let's not act like you some superstar, big baller, 50-0 in the streets, Bill. What you are is a bot. What you are is a bot for your bosses in New York. And I'll tell again, like I say to every line, I'll say it again. I know who Giuliani is. I know full well about Giuliani. I know full well about Al Sharpton. I know full well about y'all, bro. I know full well about Cory Booker. I know full well about Hakeem Jeffries. I know full well about all y'all. Every single solitary one of you in the Democratic Party. Every one of you Tammany Hall ass, wannabe ass niggas that have been doing it for centuries. All of it is known. All of it is known. So stop setting people up. You're not slick. You have to call these people to set it up. Anyway, man, I thank y'all for my support today, bro. I will follow my own spirit, always will. Thank you. Seriously, man, I want you to know, where's Turki al-Sheikh's unlimited funds? Let me back up and talk boxing again. Where's Turki al-Sheikh's unlimited funds? And by the way, shout out to all the good people in New York. I mean that with all my heart. Shout out to all the good people in New York, bro. Shout out to all the good people in New York. And you know who I'm talking about. Shout out to all of y'all. Nothing but love and blessings. Nothing but love and blessings to y'all. I don't mean that in any way. But certain ones of y'all got to get y'all asses up out of people's business, dog. No. Just because people are cool don't mean you get to just run up in people's houses and steal everything because you think you slick. All of them sell out they are. What up, Coley the Comic? Dog, all them New York dudes. All them New York dudes. All them New York dudes, bro. All them, and we know who they work for. All them New York dudes. Anyway, though, I do want to tell you, yeah, no, look, seriously. I don't judge people for what they do. I really do not, because there's so many contradicting pieces of information out there that you really never know. None of them can tell you the exact truth. Only thing that I can tell you for certain, and I mean this with all my heart, that my people are the worst people that there are. I'm going to be honest with you. My people are the worst people that there are. Absolutely. There's nothing that you can accuse them of doing that my people have not done in spades. And I mean that shit with all my heart, bro. When I'm criticizing these people in New York, bro, trust me, I don't point no fingers because we are way worse. Way worse, bro. Way worse. Which is what I've always told you. The reason I don't worry about them is because we're way worse. And I say that because that's who my family is. Not because I'm of the same mentality as every single one of them. Many of them couldn't stand me because I'm black. Many of them would disassociate themselves from half of our family because our families were Negro. But I mean it to death. That is my people, and we're the worst of the fucking worst of the fucking worst. We are. The white people that I'm related to are the worst of the fucking worst. We've done the worst for the longest. And I mean that with just honesty. We're the reason that these people are so protective and they're so secretive. The reason that they hide and the reason that they have those is us. Is we're the bad guy. And I mean that. To them, we're the bad guy and they got to hide. So I'm saying now, no, nigga, don't go try to bite a wolf. You a shot. Bro, you a fox. Don't go try to fucking bite a bear. The bear's just going to come. You're biting a bear. What is wrong with you? What's the next biggest fight, Boxing Dad? I would say the next biggest fight is going to be whoever Gervonta fights. The next big one I want to see is Errol and Tim Tszyu. When will Tank fight again? I don't know, man. I don't know. Tank got powerful enemies, man. Tank got powerful enemies, man. Not too long from now, hopefully. Coley in the comics said, we are our own worst. No. We're black people's worst enemies. No. Nah, bro. I mean this with bottom of my heart, Coley on the comic, bro. There's a line that my mother comes from that is not Negro. They're the worst. And I mean it, bro. I mean it to the bottom of my heart, bro. They're the worst. They're the fucking worst. Which is why I'm telling you I don't worry about the people y'all worry about. Because, bro, I'm cool with these people, and they're the worst. They know they're the worst. They call themselves the builders. They call themselves the builders. They're the ones that believe that they're the ones that say that they were the architects of the world. They believe they're the architects of the world. Black people in Africa, they believe they're the architects of the world. Much of the religious issues that took place in the world for the last 4,000 years, which were really monetary and military in nature, involved these people. I mean, it's no joke, bro. Like, so these people they grew up in ghettos, dog. You understand? These people that you guys, they grew up in ghettos. That's why they are not, they grew up in ghettos. That's who they're originally in the ghetto. And their strength always came from the ghetto. And eventually they learned how to overcome aristocrats and overcome kings and overcome those systems in order to protect themselves. And yeah, they may have a xenophobic and, kind of nutty side to them, but, in the grand schemes of things, they are trying to survive. You know what I mean? And some of them are going to have ideas about what that means and not means. I understand, bro, because trust me, bro, I feel bad for some of the things that those people did to those people. Because trust me, they got them up out of there. like out of there, bro, in like 90 countries. 90, bro. Like everything in Eastern Europe, bro. Like you think them people are playing? They not playing? No, no. When did Tank fight? Whenever Tank fight is the next big fight, exactly. He says, same phenomenon on my mother's side. Yeah, that's just the part of being European. Like, bro, I'm part European. I'm significantly European. So I know that I'm black. I'm 100% black. That's my culture. That's my love in the United States. But on the real, dog, when we look at who we are and what we do, where we come from, you got to call it like a, you got to call a spade, and I mean it. Those people got real things to worry about from these people, dog. I'm telling you, they got real things to worry about, bro. Real things, which is why y'all shouldn't be playing so lightly around them. You got to understand these people will go. So-called black, non-black. I am black. I am black. I am not white, which makes me black. That's me. I am black. That is what I am. That's what I identify as. Anywhere on earth I go, not just in the United States. Because black is a what? Black is a nation. Black is a nation. And within the nations, there are individual countries and jurisdictions and subsets within that nation. What they call the black nation, they refer to as Pan-Africanism. It's really the black nation that has always been everywhere in the world. And there's no need to manipulate it. It is a nation. Yes, it is. It absolutely is. It functions as a nation. It absolutely does. It absolutely does. It absolutely behaves as a nation. Very, very similar physical characteristics, cultural. We're grouped together in the eyes of other people. Our politics are connected with one another. Our thought processes are connected with one another. We have an entertainment system. We are a nation within a nation. We are a nation within a republic, should I say. Because you got to understand that there are nations within a republic. The republic is the physical borders. The nation are the subsets of people within it. I'm not a communist, bro. I'm not interested in communism. Black is a nationality. It absolutely is. It absolutely is. It's a nation. Whether or not you want it to be one or not, I don't care. But you will see black people everywhere that look like me. You're going to find black people everywhere in the world that look like me, that are in the same financial situation as black people that look like me. You're going to see us grouped together wherever we go throughout the world. Whatever one person is responsible for, it reflects on the other person. What else would you call that? That's what it is. Just like Jewish is a nationality. They can lie all they want. Jewish is a nationality. And they worked for years to get a homeland to justify what they always knew was a nationality. When people say, what is Jewish? The question is always, is it a race? No. Is it a religion? Well, yes and no. You know what it is? It's a nation. That's what Zionism was about, having a nation. The same characteristics of people that were physically dispersed throughout the entire world is still one nation that have this, that say that their home is Jerusalem. That is the same thing that black people have. We are throughout the world. We all have very common roots, even though we're from different nations, speak different languages. We are all judged based on one another in some larger group. We are, but they try to play games and say, oh, that's Pan-Africanism. I'm a Pan-Africanist. I want all of these blacks based off all of these nations to have all these relationships with all these nations. The relationship between black people is not a national, it's not national, I'm sorry, a nation state. It is not in a state. It is not in a republic. It is with the people themselves. Wherever a black goes, they are still black. No matter their no matter their country of origin. They don't want to call black people a nation because they want to call us tribes. A tribe and a nation is the same thing. The only difference between a tribe and a nation is that a nation is a good connotation and a tribe is a bad one because it connotates primitiveness. Oh, bro, you guys need to think for yourselves, bro. Like, seriously, bro, there's a lot of miseducation that goes on, bro. I don't care about it. I don't care about the mis. I agree with almost everything you said. Just separate our people from terms. No, yeah, I got to tell you, man, we're all one people. We are all one people as a major unit, and that is a lie that people refuse to look. We are all one people. We are all humans. We can all talk to each other. We can all see each other. We can all hear each other. We can feel each other from distances. We have emotional connections, family connections. We have the ability to procreate with each other. We are all one unit, one family. It is the delusion of diversity that has always set people apart from one another. And there's plenty of physiological. You got to understand how the worldview is something that you get, is something that changes over the time as you become more and more enlightened as an individual. But there are many things that are set in front of us to prevent us from becoming enlightened. First of all, David Lynch, the first step is indoctrination. It is. The second step is enlightenment. We get the indoctrination, but we never get the enlightenment. The indoctrination is telling you the things that you should and should do, the things that you should do without question. Those are the things that are the base understandings that you need, hopefully, to learn and reach levels of enlightenment. And enlightenment is something that Black people are prevented from seeing. We have dreams. We have hopes. But anyway, I don't care. I know it's our money. So you can keep all your economies and shove your economy up your ass. Let me tell you what I will do to you. Hey, let's finish this lecture on this right here. This is what the economy is. It's a ledger. That's all the economy is to them, is a ledger with numbers on it that can be manipulated to manipulate your behaviors. That is their number one source of manipulation of human beings, is called the economy. The economy. And what is the economy? The economy is the distribution of goods and services to people. That's what the economy is. It's the distribution and access of resources to people. That's what the economy is. Moving the logistics of things moving between companies, the price charge, the law, all that's make-believe. All of that is a shell game. The whole economy is a fucking shell game. It's real only to the effect that you believe it's real and allow it to affect your daily activities, which is a mind game that they have played on organized civilization since the organization of civilization, because that's what that is, to organize and to indoctrinate people into a civilization, and then to allow certain people to elevate to levels of enlightenment that are that are close to what their purpose is. So that's the game they play with, and that's why they're playing with the boxing economy like this. But it's make-believe. The economy is make-believe. The price of gas is arbitrary. It's speculation. It's gambling. The only reason that the price of gas goes up is the speculation of people that are trading it. No real reason other than for them to what? Manufacture scarcity. And what does war do? It manufactures scarcity. And when you manufacture scarcity, what do? You adjust the economy. Right? That's what they did with boxing. They manufactured scarcity. And then they played with the economy. Anyway, I don't want to lecture y'all anymore. Other than to say, you know, New York dudes, bro, y'all not that smart, okay? And I mean this because your claim to fame is that you're so smart. Your IQ is significantly lower than mine. You have it registered. You know this. Let me say this and I'm going to get off because I want to talk to one guy in particular in New York. Look, old man, Look, old man, your score was about half of mine. Half. Okay? Half. I beat your score with half of my brain. Got it? When they tested the left side, it was as good as both sides of yours. When they tested the right side, it was as good as both sides of yours. And your idea of your supremacy comes from the idea that you're the smartest person. That is yours. That is what sets you apart and allows you to serve in roles like the roles that you want served. I've already proved that I am smarter than you. Way smarter. So now I just explained your whole system, how it worked, after I already beat it. So I'm going to need for you niggas to sit the fuck down in New York and stop playing and lying to people. There is no battle. You guys lost. You cheated for years. You cheated. You lied and you cheated. You did all kind of shit. And you to delay it. But you still lost. So sit on that L like a man, be a sportsman, and do what you're told. Otherwise, there's going to be real ramifications beyond that make-believe that you're throwing up there in the Middle East. Okay? Because I don't care what's going on over there. I care what's going on in New York City. I care what's going on in the United States. So anyway, love to y'all. Quit. And deuces.